Hello everybody, Loki Magic, another day, another video, but in this video we're going to do an initial review of Gilroy. Now listen guys, I already know, everyone's going to say, what's the point of him, because we already have this man right here. And you guys are 100% correct, we do not need this guy in the game. However, I don't know, this dude, I kind of like him. He's very interesting, his skill kit is different, and it's just something different to the game. So let's get into it. Okay, so for the purpose of this video, I didn't go too crazy on him this time because you guys always, get on to me about, yeah, you're all your characters are C10. So I didn't do that for this video. This is just an initial review. So you can see he's level 60. He got 3 purple stars. None of his skills are leveled up at all. His relic, we only got it here to level 50, 4 stars. And then when it comes to his chivalries, all right, we didn't do anything. So the next time you see him, he's going to be completely decked out. But for this video, he's just kind of just chilling, right? Nothing too crazy. But anyways, this guy, man, his kit is so unnecessary for the game right now. But he does have some interesting things. And that's one thing I do want to say, that I'm glad that this game is introducing characters with different mechanics, because that means if they have all these characters coming out, who knows what we're going to get in the future, and we might get interesting bosses and content where all this is going to get flushed out. It's going to start making sense, and they're thinking about different mechanics that we're going to face later, right? So I'm really happy that even though we don't need him right now and we don't need his kit at all, but I think this game might be heading in that direction where all these characters are going to become important, and who knows, it could make the game really fun. So that's what I'm hoping for. So I'm glad to see different mechanics. But anyways, talking about mechanics, this healing decay right here, this one here is very interesting. This one here restores target's HP but takes a set amount of damage in return. So I wanted to test this out, and let me show you how this kind of works, right? So if you look up here, you can see that healing decay is applied to the boss right now. And we're just going to attack him, so the boss does take a turn, and pretty much, when he wakes up from his sleep, he heals. But because he has healing decay, he takes damage, right? Pretty simple. That's how it works. Yeah, so that healing decay, pretty interesting, man. Like, do we need this in the game right now? No, but it is interesting. I kind of like it. Unnecessary, though. Now, moving over to this P2, nothing too special, right? When you're attempting to inflict recovery disruption, you do have a chance to charge up your vigor by 1. You could reduce this to a 4-turn cooldown, and you could plus the vigor charge to 2 max, right? So kind of cool, nothing game changing. It's nice to have, vigor, I guess, increases built into the character naturally. And then it's P1, nothing too big, nothing too crazy to look at. Now, this is where he kind of gets interesting also. A little weird, quirky mechanic. Now this right here, his skill 2 on his Frost Relic, right? Now he's going to sacrifice some HP to apply these buffs, but you get 100% attack gauge charge. That is cool. I wish someone else had something like this too. Oh man, stupid Airwood. But anyways, this skill 2 also increases recovery disruption when you use it by 1 turn, and this also applies to healing decay. As you can see, every time you use it, it goes up by 1. So pretty weird, interesting mechanic. And don't worry, you cannot kill yourself by using that skill too many times. It'll stop you. So that's not going to happen. But yeah, that's how that skill works. Pretty much that's the S2. Now moving over to the A3, this is his, I guess, his big damage hit. It's not that bad. Like, it actually hits okay for how he's built right now. I mean, we should look at his equipment. This is his overall stats. Nothing too crazy, right? So let me show you his damage using his A3 real quick. Nice animation, but nothing too wild, right? But, he's currently not fully built out, so I think that damage could be a lot higher. Now, that's pretty much it for this guy, like how he works. I think he's decent, but here's the thing, with the A2s and the A3s and auto, he does run into a major issue if you're trying to use him on auto. So the issue with auto is that if you're trying to set this up, it's almost impossible to do, especially if you're just going to get one copy of him, because this is what's pretty much going to happen, right? So you set it up something like this and it's running on auto. When it's his turn, he's just going to spam skill 2 over and over and over, because that's how his mechanic works. So he's just like pretty much killing himself, and then he finally attacks when he runs out of vigor. So at this point you do apply healing decay. However, the boss is going to take a turn and it's going to fall off, and you can only apply this thing 2 times, and it only lasts for 1 turn when he is at C0. So if you do pull for him, you're gonna have to at least pull a couple copies to get that number up to make this a lot easier. I mean, you could cheese it. You could do something like this manually, like get Surges with his flame relic. And if you didn't know, that flame relic is really good, man. But pretty much, right, come in here, just attack him 1 time, get that healing decay up, and then have Surges just boost you, right? So you could catch up to the like go before the boss actually takes a turn. Or you could build them very speedy, I guess, but at this point it's just too much. Like, why are we doing all this, right? Like, I don't think it's worth doing all this, especially when you have Accolon. So if you're going to pull them, you're going to have to pull a few copies to just to make it worth it for you at all. All right, so let's talk about Gilroy in the arena scene. Now, arena right now, currently people don't use too many healers. I mean, bots do. So it might be tough to use them, especially at C0. And you're going to see here, he does decent damage. I mean, he's not built out all the way, but he did decent damage. So maybe you could use him as a DPS unit in arena. Personally, I don't think he's made for arena. He's probably more for like bosses or like niche situations. We don't know what content's coming. I really hate saying that all the time, but this game is young. But like I said at the beginning of the video, I like how they're introducing different mechanics, which means most likely there's bosses with interesting mechanics too, right? So I'm hoping for that. But regardless, I just don't think Gilroy is really for arena. Maybe down the line we'll get more healing units and Gilroy will be good for that, right? Because recovery over time might screw you up. Like, you have a whole bunch of recovery over time and Gilroy has that healing decay that could kill you. And I really wanted to find like another arena team where they have healers, but you can see in the background I've been refreshing, it's taking my gems, but it won't refresh. Like, I'm just stuck with these people. So I don't know what's going on with that. Arena's glitched right now, but whatever. So anyways, that brings us to the end of the video. Me personally, I think Gilroy is a cool champion. I think he's very niche, and I'm going to build him out because I don't know, I kind of like these quirky little champions. I think he's cool. Do I think he's needed? Is it worth building him out? No, I don't think so. He kind of falls in the same category as Vivian, right? Like, there's just no content where you need this unit. So yeah, that's the initial review of Gilroy. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Are you gonna pull for him? What are your thoughts? And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.